You seem to still be up there somewhere.
Maybe I am. There are flying saucers.
Supposing they're Martians or something in there.
Hey guys, welcome back to another Weird Wednesday. I'm SubmitWeird, and this is
Cassie.
Cassie. How was your Mother's Day weekend?
Yeah, good, bad, both. I don't know yet. I'm deciding.
The good, the bad, and the ugly?
Yeah. I had big plans on Friday with my best friend, my son, John. So I was supposed to leave work and go pick him up and take him and his friend to the Billie Eilish movie, like the concert doc or whatever. So I go outside, leave work. My car won't go nowhere. Well, it goes somewhere, but it sounds like it's dragging the whole like suspension with it. But nothing's wrong with I can't. I don't even freaking know. It was just a horrible sounding. So I had to get picked up from one of the guys at the shop, and he took my car in, and that took a couple hours. So I drove Brandon's truck up to get John, and we went to this we went to dinner at Red Robin, and then we went to the Billie Eilish movie, which was freaking phenomenal. Like,
really?
I don't like Billie Eilish's like music like on her CDs or whatever, like the basic songs, but that concert live was freaking amazing.
Man, I love Billie Eilish.
I would never hesitate to drop money on someone's concert movie. They should do everybody like this. Because we can afford the $13 to watch the concert at the big screen, but like I can
compared
afford
to the $1,300 per ticket,
the tickets. And it was in 3D, and it was so cool.
You know, I guess I've never done one of those in theaters.
Yeah, like Taylor Swift had one, which I never saw that, but like this one was awesome.
Very nice. Well, I'm glad you still got to go.
Yeah, it was super late, and I'm super old, and I thought like I wasn't gonna make it home because I'm usually not up at 1 a.m.
Yeah.
And I'm driving home still, and I'm like, oh my gosh.
Oh, wow. And it's far, isn't it?
It's like 2 hours to get to them. So,
my gosh. Yeah, I'm glad you made it in one piece.
Yeah, late movie and then a long drive home, but it was fun. It was well worth it. We're gonna go see. I don't know. Do you know who Gigi Perez is?
No.
Okay, so I don't really know a lot of her music, but John really likes her, so I bought him tickets to go see her at the end of June and Cleveland at the Agora. So we're going to go do that. And like, I don't know. I'm like spoiled when it comes to like shit that I want because Brandon does anything for me. But like, I was so happy that these tickets, like for the VIP, like private 3-song concert and meet and greet and stuff were only like $180 some.
That's not bad for tickets these days. I mean, it's as shitty as it is to say.
So like with taxes and all of like the fees and everything, you know, it came to like $490 for 2 tickets for this VIP thing. So that's what I bought him. So that's going to be like super cool.
Does he know?
Yeah, he knows.
Oh, okay.
Heck yeah, he knows. He's the one that called me when they went on sale and was like, it's only this much money, Mom. Like, I can pay for it. And I said, well, how you going to pay for it with no job? Like,
right. What's he talking about? I can pay for it. With what?
He's like, well, I start my job next week. So, like, if you buy it, I can pay you back. I'm like, I'm not going to make you pay me back.
Does he start a job next week?
Yeah, he does. He starts tomorrow now. Yeah.
Oh, very exciting.
Yeah, he's going to do the same thing his brother does. Like, serve the dinner at the retirement home or facility or whatever. But it's at a different spot. It's not the same retirement facility or assisted living facility.
Yeah. Wow.
Because I think that would like definitely confuse the residents because they're identical twins.
I know. I told my kid to get a job. I think it was yesterday on Mother's Day. And she was like, all right, bet. I was like, wait, what? Threw me off.
Some of them have ambition to work. Some of them don't.
I was like, okay, go ahead then. I'm not going to stop you.
But like Saturday and Sunday it's exactly what I needed. Like Brandon can't walk, so we couldn't go anywhere. I didn't have a vehicle, and I feel bad driving his big ass truck everywhere because that cost me $172 to maybe almost fill it up. And
Ouch.
so,
Yeah.
like, I was like, all right, I got some shows coming up. I need to do some drawings. I got like over 50 some drawings done.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so it was pretty cool.
Okay.
Just had a chill, like, weekend. How was your Mother's Day weekend?
About the same. I pretty much didn't do anything because I'm still trying to get myself back on track with my sleep schedule. So it was mostly just me, like, really doing a bad job trying to stay awake all day.
Okay.
Um, that was difficult. Or just every day throughout the
Yeah.
weekend. But I did okay. And just then Sunday I just hung out with my kid. I mean, we could have went somewhere, but I mean, honestly, everybody's everywhere on Mother's Day and Mother's Day weekend. So I was just like, well, fuck that. I don't want to fight crowds and deal with people. So we're just gonna stay
Yeah.
home and do nothing.
Mhm.
And that's what I did. I
Heck yeah.
read about yokai a lot. So here we
Yeah.
are. But it was fine. Um, yeah, pretty much. And then I did a lot of reading on the big news that for that we'll be talking about here shortly. So, but
Yeah.
before we get into that, we did get another Patreon member.
I saw that.
Yep, we did. So shout out to. Here's where it gets confusing. They signed up as Kelly, but I think it's Greg
Why?
because I think Kelly is Greg's wife.
Oh, okay.
So let me know if I'm wrong. I don't know. Maybe maybe it is Greg's wife and she wants to support us. And either way, thank you very much. But I did. But if it was Greg, I didn't want to leave Greg out because I love Greg so much.
So you know these people?
You know Greg.
Do I?
Yeah, you do. Greg is all the weird on Instagram.
Oh, that Greg.
Yeah,
Hey, Greg.
Yeah, you know Greg. Come on.
I know Greg.
Only Greg you need to know. Okay?
Yeah.
Come on now. But yeah, that's so anyway, shout out to our new Patreon member. If you want to join the fun, patreon.com/Wednesdays Talk. Come it's coming. We're doing it. I promise. We got a brand new show coming up all about we're gonna be talking about horror movies. Well, probably other movies. I don't know. It's just an extra show for you guys to enjoy.
Yeah.
And we're going to be doing lots of stuff over on the Patreon. So, and then of course, submit your weird stories.
Oh, did we get any yet?
Not yet. Not yet. So you guys got to email us. Tell us, we need listener emails. SubmitWeird@gmail.com. Tell us weird things you've experienced. Send us hate mail. We'll read it on the Patreon. It doesn't matter. Just whatever you want us to talk about. Send it to the inbox and we'll talk about it, and put it out there for, again, a new episode for you guys to listen to quarterly over at the Patreon for, God, $5 a month. $5 a month. That's cheaper than a gallon of gas in some areas of this country. So,
yeah. I mean, it's only like 25 cents more here. So,
right. That's what I'm saying. It's cheaper than gas. And, you get more entertainment out of it. I guarantee you.
And that 1 gallon's not going to get you that far anyway. So,
no. But anyway, we'll move on to some news. I only have the one, so I don't know. You want me to go first? You want to go first?
I'll do one first, and then you can do yours.
Sure.
Since I have 3, we'll just space them out a little bit.
Couple of newses, yeah.
Yeah. Did you hear about the Child Fight Club?
What?
Okay, so the school director was accused of leading a child fight club, and she was sentenced finally. This didn't happen that long ago, but she was just sentenced a couple days ago. So basically, a school director, her name was Mary Morrison. She was this director at, it's called Engage School, the Delta Institute for Developing the Brain. So it's kind of like a training center, I would want to say, like mentally handicapped children. So she was accused of mental and physical abuse of a 13-year-old student. And the way this happened was, so the student goes home and tells her parents. So the parents start like trying to figure out what's going on. Come to find out, there is video and audio that showed Morrison instructing this child to sit on the floor, and then 18 other students and herself surrounded her. She told the students all to put their hands on the one in the middle, and they were hitting the kid, and they were hitting him with an unknown object and with their hands, while the teacher verbally berated the kid, and another student kicked and choked her. So at the end, the video showed the teacher, Morrison, giving the student that was choking the one a high five, and made the one getting abused apologize to the 18 other classmates.
Wait, but why? What's the reasoning?
Exactly. Why? So they're saying, which I'm pretty sure this has happened before. That's why they're calling it a child fight club.
Yeah, so where's the Fight Club part in that? That's not Fight Club.
Exactly. I don't know if it's like just to get the reader's attention, like clickbait, like the title of it, but it's had to have happened before, because 3 other school employees were arrested in the connection with this incident. And the whole like beating of the child in the circle, like that lasted 30 minutes. So she was sentenced to 60 months probation on the child abuse charge and 12 months probation for each of the other charges, which there was 4 other charges.
She's not even going to jail?
She will serve 30 days in the Craighead County Detention Center, which is in Arkansas, where upon her release will complete 120 days of house arrest with an ankle monitor. She will be prohibited from working with children in any professional capacity, and she must also surrender her occupational therapy license.
So 30 days, that's like a vacation.
Well, it said that... So I kind of get this part, and I kind of disagree with it a lot too. It said that they didn't want to go to trial with it because they didn't want the students that it happened to have to relive it because of the kind of like children that they are, the mental capabilities that they have, which I get that. But if you can sentence her to all of this, why can't you just sentence her to jail, to prison time?
I don't understand. I mean, our justice system really sucks sometimes.
So her attorney came out and said that allegations against Miss Morrison were false and misleading, and that Morrison positively influenced countless children and families during her time with the program. There's fucking video and audio. Like, how can you, as a person, come out and say that and sleep at night?
I mean, these defense attorneys, I mean, that's their job, and it's terrible, but they get paid a lot of fucking money to do it.
Right, but how do you just like...
Yeah.
There's video.
Yeah, right. I mean, what's positive? How could you spin that in any type of positive way at all? Oh my gosh! Wow. See, I thought it sounded a little more exciting. I mean, at least that the kids were like beating up on each other, and they were normal kids. Not, I didn't realize that this was going to be like, neurodivergent children. Wow, that is what a monster.
Right. It didn't like name the other people that were arrested, and it said it happened in that incident, but I have a feeling it's been happening in other instances as well.
Yeah, you don't just wake up and you're like, today is the day that I'm going to choose that little girl and I'm going to make
this is the only one she got in trouble for, because the first rule of Fight Club is don't talk about Fight Club. So
that's at least the good rule followers. See, they don't even deserve it because they follow the rules good and stuff. Poor kids. Oh my gosh.
That's probably why the one was getting hit. She like told someone.
I wonder if she showed them Fight Club and she's like, do you guys want to do this? And they're like, yeah. Oh my God. No, that's really genuinely fucking terrible. And the only saving grace about it is that I've always heard that jail is a fuck of a lot worse than prison. Like, I've always heard that
too.
Yeah, like because you get a lot more in prison than you do in jail, and in jail, you get kind of thrown in with everybody who's getting ready to go to prison, as opposed to like prison, you're kind of thrown in with like-minded criminals.
Right. And it's crazy, like, when you're sitting in jail and, like, you don't have, like, a horrible freaking charge, so, like, you're going home at some point, but, like, you're with these people that are going to prison, and they're, like, excited to go to prison. They just wanna get out of jail, and they're excited to go to prison, and I don't understand why. Just don't fuck up that bad, because then you get a prison number your whole life, and unless you're gonna be, like, popular in the prison system forever, like, you don't want that.
Well, I mean, some of them are, yeah. They're like, well, my family members are there, and I know my
Right, they're just
friends.
institutionalized, and they can't make it out in the real world.
Yeah, some people just can't, right? I mean, that's their life. That's what they're used to, and then, they've got worse crimes, so they're. It's not just like, oh, I'll do my 30 days and I'll go home. It's like,
Right.
well, I'm here for 10 years. I can't wait
Mhm.
to get to the fucking prison so I can get a TV. And
Yeah.
so, you it is, man. That's a crazy story.
Yeah.
That's some crazy news. Wow. Well, I'll get into mine, and man, you guys have been blowing me the fuck up about this, and I appreciate that. I really do. I almost made just a standalone video about it over the weekend, just because so many people were like, "What do you think about this? What do you think about this?" Um, the Pentagon has released 161 supposed never before seen files on UAP, which is, as UFOs, right? Alien stuff. We kind of knew that this was going to happen. President Trump, a couple months back, says that they are going to release everything that the government has on this phenomena.
The
And
government only has 160 files.
well, they're not done. They're releasing stuff in batches. Why they
Okay.
do that? Well, because they hold it back for things that they need to cover up
Cover
and
up.
not want you to talk about,
Yeah.
right? So,
Gotcha.
we got to wait for the next big shoe to drop, which won't be long, I'm sure, because look at everything.
Mhm.
But yeah, so they released these 161 files, and I mean, I at first somebody had sent me, like, because I mean, you can get right on the government's website, you can download them yourself and check them out. They're public, and somebody had sent me the link, and I was like, I haven't had the chance to look through it yet. Is anything good? And they're like, oh yeah, so much, and I'm like, really? So I kind of sit down, and I'm kind of going through what's been released, and y'all, it ain't much different than the stuff that we already have. As a matter of fact, some of it, in fact, has been made public knowledge before. A lot of it actually has been made public knowledge before. So I don't get the excitement. I have been calling this government disclosure movement Project Blue Balls for a long time now. I'm going to continue calling it that until something of substance comes out of this. Like, and maybe I'm just too close to the topic. Like, I guess for the general public this is exciting and there's a lot to it, but for somebody like myself, I'm not really seeing nothing that's like that crazy. I'll say that the craziest thing, the most damning thing that's in there, are the accounts from Apollo mission crew
Okay.
of like different things that they saw while in space, or heard or experienced or whatever, which again is not new, but always has just kind of been rumored. And then there are some interesting photographs from the lunar missions where there's like clearly, like from the surface of the moon, lights in the sky and stuff. That you can't really explain away with like a satellite or general camera artifacts, or things that don't make sense. Like clearly there's something going on in the sky around that area, which were NASA's, right? These are NASA's files. NASA's always said we've never found any evidence at all of intelligent life, and it's like, what the fuck do you call that?
Right.
There's like one picture, especially that's going around because it's very good. Others are like a little more blurry lights and things, but this one, I mean, it's like a triangle shaped UFO. It's three glowing dots in the sky, taken from the moon.
Hmm.
And That's pretty cool. But like I said, we've had these UFO pictures before from Earth, right? I mean, this one's from the moon. It's a little bit different, but it's not. There's no smoking gun here. Just things that kind of make you go, and wonder. I don't know. Have you seen any of this talk of the UFO stuff?
No, and like I was talking to you earlier, like whenever something like this comes out that the government is dropping like UAP files or whatnot, I always just like kind of stalk Floods is like Facebook or Instagram, because he'll just straight out tell you the truth. And I'm pretty sure that this time around he said if you put glitter on a pile of shit, it's still a pile of shit. So I just didn't even think about looking into it.
Yeah, Flood's great. For anybody that doesn't know, that's XV Planus podcast. Flood, John Killian. He's been on the show before. Great friend of the show. Go support him. He's going through a lot right now.
Yeah.
If you follow him already on social media, go look at his pages. I'm not going to put all his business out there, but he's got some health issues going on. But go check him out. Go, like I said, it's just general support. Not even asking for you to donate or anything to his cause.
Yeah.
Go say hey and let him know that you think he's great, because he is.
Tell him a nice dad joke. I feel like he would appreciate that.
He would really appreciate a nice dad joke, yeah. And I think he could use one right now. A really good one. So your best dad joke, go take it to Flood, let him know.
Mhm.
You're just thinking about him, he thought he'd appreciate it. But yeah, no, he's right. And, but there's still so many people in the community that are like hyping this up like it's something. And it's like, but it's not.
Well, they're in the community. They were hoping for something.
And that's fine. You know what they say, hope in one hand, shit in the other,
Because like, Wild and Weird West Virginia, they were kind of all over it, and then kind of died down a little once it came out.
Once I started kind of reading them, yeah. And I definitely want to read. I mean, it's only 171 files. It's not that many. I definitely want to sit and read every one of them.
Mhm.
I've kind of fallen off doing that. I used to really be about that life when I first started. I'm like, no, I'm going to see it with my own eyes. And I know the last drop that they did, I did not read all those. And it was just I believe it was back when Arrow was still in charge of UFO stuff. And it was just, they released all these sighting reports. And that's what this was. It's just sighting reports. And, some of them are weirder than others that describe actual beings. Some are just lights in the sky or, but again, I'm familiar with all those concepts. I've heard those before.
Right.
I'm not impressed by them. But that's me, right? Again, I'm too close to the topic. And, but like people are saying, well, supposedly they keep saying, be patient. There's more to come. It gets big. But, I want to see like, speaking of which we're going to be talking about soon, like I want to see proof that like Bob Lazar's claims are real.
Right.
Like I want to see David Grush and his NHI, his non-human intelligence bodies, or just Roswell bodies, right? Roswell was a craft, and here were the bodies, and this is what they look like, and we autopsy. I want to see something, not real, but substantial, something that's really going to move the needle. But like what we have right now has not moved it at all for me.
Right.
And my belief underneath.
You have to watch Paranormal Caught on Camera. Like, there's just some stuff where you would be like, what the hell is that? I mean, most of the UFO, UAP stuff is kind of like shit you see all the time, but some of it's just like, what the hell is that?
Yeah, and we used to cover like different UFO. I mean, every week there's like 20 UFO videos I could share in the news, but I don't anymore just because I'm bored with it,
Well, there was a new season that came out. I watched one of the episodes last night, and there was one where it wasn't like, I wouldn't say it's a UAP, but it was in Brazil, and these people were taking wedding photos, and in like the distance they zoomed in, and there was like this, I swear to God, it looked like a fucking doorway just in the sky.
Well, see, I love that. I do. Like that's
like a black hole, like like doorway, just waiting.
I do,
and it casted a shadow and everything.
But see, the problem for me with that show specifically is that I know somebody who has a video on that show, and it's fake. It's a fake video.
Oh, I 100% agree with you on shit like that. Some of
Yeah.
them are definitely fake.
Yeah. I mean, this one, it's like not, I mean, it's, you know, you can believe it or not. Like
Right.
it's ambiguous, but like I know for a fact it's like he has a YouTube channel and it's fake. Like he talks about how fake it is, but like his YouTube like blew up because his video was on the show, and he like went viral or whatever, and yeah, and gets on the show, and you know they paid him right to get on
Oh,
there
yeah.
and act like it was 100% real, but he faked it just to scare one of his friends, and like it
Well,
was
yeah,
just
it's the Travel Channel. That's just fake.
it was just stupid. Right. So now I'm like, man, so I just feel like, I don't know, every time I watch it, I'll be like, every once in a while I see some new videos, but in this day and age, it's tough because all the AI.
Right. Like there
Yeah.
was a Bigfoot one on there last night, and I just I just watched it like real quick, the first snap, and I looked at Brandon. I'm like, that's fake as shit.
Right. That ain't real, you know, which I would love to do, sit and banter with somebody with about it. It's a great show for shit like that. I've done it before with people,
Mhm.
you know, just kind of riffing on it, you know, it's a lot of fun. But sometimes you do, I mean, it's all just videos that they just get online. They don't vet anybody. They just, you know, put them on the show, and you know,
Right.
you're bound to get some that are genuine, you know,
Mhm.
it does happen that way. But it makes me sad because I mean, I don't know, when I started an interest in cryptozoology, that was like one of the things I would sit there and do for hours back when YouTube was super early, is
Right.
watch videos of pictures.
Mhm.
Not even necessarily videos because it wasn't a big thing to have, but it'd be like picture compilations of like all these weird creatures and stuff. And you know, like I said, I'd sit there and just for hours watch different ones, and for some reason, I don't know why. I will never understand why, and I don't care. It's fine. I loved it. But you'd have like all these random and you know, first it would start off with like the Patty image, right? And then
Mhm.
you get like the surgeons photograph the Nessie, right? And things that you know, and then you start getting progressively weird creatures. And there was like that mermaid that somebody made that was washed up on the beach, and it
Oh,
looked
yeah.
great. Yeah, you know what I'm talking. It's all white,
Yep.
crazy as hell looking. Yeah, horrifying, but fake, and we knew that.
Mhm.
And then all of a sudden, like in between all these weird creatures, there's a picture of like three pictures, like a series of pictures of a hippo chasing some guy. I don't know why. I don't know why it was ever on there, but it was
That's the coolest pictures of them all.
just like hippo chasing some dude, and I'm like, what is this? Hippos are real. Is it people that are saying aren't real? I don't. Anyway, so you know, I do miss, you know, kind of that feel, because sometimes you'd come across a picture you'd never seen it as the first time you'd seen it, and so you're like, well, what's this?
Maybe some people like don't even know hippos are real these days because like schools aren't teaching them stuff. So if they don't see it like right in front of them here in Ohio, like they
This is like
probably have no idea.
this is like 20 years ago. I think people back
Oh, okay.
then knew,
Yeah.
so I don't
Because I was
know.
gonna say some of the kids that where I work with don't even know how to count change because they never learned it.
I know. Yeah, I've been reading all about that. How kids can't read now, and it's a really sad state of affairs. But I don't know. Maybe back 20 years ago, people didn't think hippos were. You know, I don't know. But the thing is about it is that it wasn't just like it showed up in one video, like because
Right.
in those compilations, like you get a lot of the same pictures. There's only so many cryptid pictures out there, and it would keep showing up, and I'm like, what is this? But it was, I don't know. It was great comic relief, you know,
Oh yeah.
after seeing the horrifying mermaid or whatever.
I used to love Vines. Vines were fucking
Oh
hilarious.
yeah, Vines. That was well, and then it turned. I mean, it kind of turned into TikTok, and now TikTok's
Yeah.
turning back into YouTube, and it's
Do you remember the Water Malone guy?
Water Malone. No, I don't.
Oh my gosh. I
It
just
sounds like it was a product of its time.
Oh my god, it was hilarious. I just gotta like hold on. I gotta like find these rhymes real quick that he would say. Uh I
He's
wonder
got
if I
good
just have them
rhymes.
like written here.
You're like, let me dig this out of the trenches.
They got helmets on their heads, but I got a watermelon instead.
Okay.
She showers with Pantene, but I got a watermelon to keep me clean.
So hold on. So he has like these one-liners in different videos.
Different, yeah. It's just him with like the helmet one where he would like cut the middle of the watermelon out and have a watermelon helmet,
Yeah.
and then he'd be in the shower with the watermelon, scrubbing himself with it. Like,
What the fuck?
this is athletic. He struggles to lift the weight, but I got a watermelon to keep me in shape.
Oh my god! And here we are talking shit about the youth of today, and that's the kind of shit we used to sit and rot our brains with. Just the dumbest stuff.
Yeah, but the youth of today's got so much liberal shit they don't even know what fun is.
I know you had to really work hard to be creative back then.
Right.
You know, you couldn't just plug it into Chat GPT and get an idea. You know, like somebody came up with that. Some guy
Right.
sat down and came up with that concept. Good for him.
And I would piss myself laughing at the whole thing every time. He did a great job.
Malone, I wonder what he's doing now.
Right?
Okay, on to the next. We got 2 more newses.
Yes. And these are the weird, crazy, funny ones that are amazing, you know, that we look for.
Okay.
Hospital in France evacuated after 8-inch World War I artillery shell discovered in patient's butt.
Okay, go ahead.
A male patient arrived with a World War I artillery shell lodged into his backside. Surgeons conducted emergency surgery where they discovered a live 8-inch bombshell from 1918. Fortunately, after calling the bomb squad and fire brigade, the pointed inch-wide ammunition was deemed not a threat. And not only was there one huge-ass round shoved up this 24-year-old male's butthole, this is the second time that this hospital has retrieved a World War I ammunition from someone's rear end in the last 4 years.
The same someone?
The same hospital, different
okay.
someones.
I
This
just
one
making
was
sure.
a 24-year-old male. The first one was an 88-year-old male.
What? So there's not even like the only thing to have in common is male.
Yes. And they had a giant 8-inch bullet shoved up their butt.
So okay. Because at first I said lodged in his backside.
Mm-hmm. That was for the title, because I don't think they can put shoved up his butt in the title of a news thing.
So for sure he stuck it up his butthole.
Yes, they had to surgically remove it.
Okay. It's not like it shot off. I guess it was live, so it hadn't gone
Right.
off yet. And he was shot in the buttocks. You know,
It was in France. It was quoted. I don't remember the exact words that were quoted, but they get a lot of stuff at the hospital in France that has to do with personal pleasure that they have to remove from people's rear ends.
Oh no! Listen, every hospital on the
Yes,
planet
correct.
deals with that. That is like a whole. We could do a whole episode on that.
Oh yeah, we should.
Yeah, things people
There's
should.
people on Reels that like just have pages dedicated to that, like paramedics and.
Oh yeah, we could get a medical person to come on and talk about all the things that they've.
I love the Christmas ones where it's like, it's Christmas. Here's all the decorations you shouldn't shove in your butt.
You know, the fact that like we have to tell people like a new product will come out and it'll be shaped a certain way, and you got to be like, don't put that in your butthole.
Right.
That doesn't belong there.
Yeah.
You ever watch Sex Sent Me to the ER?
Yes.
Love that show.
Love it.
Lots of butthole stories on that one. It's
Lots of them.
yeah. Yeah, don't do that. You know, flared base. Listen, if you put stuff in your butthole, that's fine. Just make sure it has a flared base.
Yes.
And make sure you lube up very well. Here's the thing about buttholes is that they do tear pretty easily.
Mhm.
And, you know, poop lives there. And so you don't want to have a tear where poop is constantly moving through it over and over again because that's how you get sepsis and you die. And you can't enjoy butt play anymore if you're dead. So just, you know, butt play responsibly.
Yes, and your butthole is an extremely strong muscle. So if it doesn't have that flared end, you're gonna have to get it removed somehow.
It just
It's gonna suck right up in there.
like a Hoover and just
Yep.
just takes it right in. Yep. So I mean, you know, again, play responsibly. You know, there's nothing wrong. And listen, it's 2026. You can just buy flared base dildos on Amazon and have it the next business day, and you can just
Yeah.
to your heart's content fill yourself up.
Do you know they sell those in like vibrators and stuff at Ulta?
Really?
Yeah, I didn't know that until like 21 days of beauty popped up, and I was looking through like the Ulta stuff, and there was like sales on like the dildos and vibrators and shit at Ulta.
I did not know. I mean, you can go to the Kroger and they got them there.
I don't have a Kroger though, so I don't know that.
Oh, okay. Well, Walmart probably has some. I think they have like little vibrators at Walmart. It's very easily accessible to get sex toys nowadays. Is what we're
Right,
saying.
yeah.
There's no excuse for this, people. Don't do that. And then you got to go and if you do, listen, if for some reason you do it anyway, and a toy gets lost or whatever you're playing with gets lost, just go to the doctor, please, and
Yeah.
get it removed professionally.
If you're too embarrassed to go to a store and stand in line with a toy, just think of how embarrassed you're going to be when 5 people are surrounding you trying to get that toy out of your butthole because you used the wrong one.
And then they're going to make a TikTok about it.
Right. And we're going to talk about you right here on this show.
You ever watch like it's casual viewing, but you ever seen, One Man, One Jar?
No.
Oh, yeah. You don't want to. Don't.
Okay.
It's a video of a man sticking a glass jar up his butt and it breaks.
Oh, that's awful.
And he did not go to the. So there's like people are like, oh, he died. Obviously, like clearly, he did not die, but he didn't go to the hospital either. I can't imagine what that recovery time was like. Oh my god.
Oh, that's awful because that's broken glass in there.
Broken
That's
glass.
a great like reason to get sepsis.
In your butthole. And then he continued to put stuff up his butt. I don't know if he continued to put jars up there, but that's but it's it's big. It's a big old mason jar and it breaks. I mean,
You're talking about his butthole. Like it's big. It's
a big butthole. It's got a big old butthole now. Some people see that can happen too. That's why it's important to play responsibly. But that just shows the power of the butthole, man. I mean, it just broke that jar. I mean, you guys got to be careful out there. Take care of your buttholes.
Yeah. And it's so weird we have to have these conversations.
But you have to.
We're a comedy podcast, but this is more like a fine line, like print, like don't do this or you're gonna get hurt.
Yeah. I mean, or do it and we'll have content for the show. It's
yeah. Just email us your story.
SubmitWeird@gmail.com. Let us know what you shove up your butthole. Tell us. It's anonymous. We're not gonna share any names. You could tell us.
Unless you want to. I mean,
that's true. Yeah, if you want to share your name about whatever you got, whatever you put up your butthole, we'll tell people.
If you're trying to get more people to come to your OnlyFans or whatever, give me your name. I'll shout it out.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, what's the next one? What else do we have?
All right, another weird one. So, first ever Sperm Racing World Cup. You heard about this one?
I had to mute myself. I almost choked on my drink. No, I have not heard of this one.
Okay. So this pits horny rich bros against each other in a $100,000 battle for baby maker supremacy. So it's a science-based competitive sport which will see 128 semen samples, each representing a different country. They face off on a microscopic racetrack next month in San Francisco. So the race was developed by 4 tech entrepreneurs as an entertaining way to shed light on the declining male fertility rates worldwide. The entrants are set to kit, which they need to provide a semen sample. It will be mailed back to California and processed through an advanced lab techniques such as incubation, sperm washing, pipetting, and through centrifuge. These steps isolate and prepare the most viable cells for racing. Then, under a microscope, the competitors will race each other along a customized microfluidic track, where they will travel a straight distance of 400 microns, which is approximately size of a granule of salt. So one of the founders said, it's about making male fertility something people actually want to talk about, track, and improve, while taking a topic no one wants to touch and making it interesting, measurable, and weirdly changing this paradigm. So they're just trying to get the word out there in a weird way to, hey, if you're a guy, check yourself, man. Take care of your body. We're going to give you $100,000 if you have fast sperm. So make sure you're healthy.
What country is doing this?
We're doing it. It's in San Francisco.
Oh my God.
And we're taking a semen sample from one person in 128 different countries and see who's got the healthiest sperm after the race.
Who's paying for this?
I don't know. But basically, so there's more to this article, and it's set up to like, they've got thousands and thousands of people sending their semen to this place in San Francisco right now, and they're trying to nail it down to 128 people, one from each country. So there's different rounds. So if you are like the last man standing, you win. There's like 6 different rounds of like semen races.
You have to like make it to the finals.
Right.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you get $100,000. That's pretty cool.
Right. And you do nothing but like splurge in a cup.
And then
you don't have to physically do anything. There's no physical race.
People are going to be sending them cum long after this is over.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they'll do it every year now.
I hope they do. You know, I don't know why I hope that they do, but listen, I'm just okay. I understand that it's to bring awareness to a topic that I suppose is important. You know, men's health is important, and you guys should take care of yourself. But like, you know, why not? I mean, there's just there's so many other things we could have spent this money on.
I mean, I want to say like they raised the money like to do this. Like if that's what they want to do to like it says they're for tech entrepreneurs, so maybe they got money. Like
yeah, I mean, yeah, sure. Yeah, if it's privately funded, okay, yeah. Then I don't have a right to complain. I can't tell anybody.
Say anything about like big corporations or like certain people like donating to this, like
colleges or anything. Yeah, that's
right.
I mean, true. I suppose that's a good point. I mean, again, if it's privately funded, it's not my business what you do with your money. But can I buy a ticket to watch it?
It's under a microscope.
But yeah, but like, can't they put? I mean, they've done all this.
Who knows?
Right? Why can't they put a camera on the microscope and?
That's what I'm saying. Maybe they can live stream it.
I have to check it out. When does it take place? You know,
next month sometime.
Oh, okay.
They can have like bets on it.
Yeah, I'm gonna bet on some sperm.
We can like name them like the horse races.
Well, I was gonna ask, do they have little names?
Right.
They have to. I mean, how do they even track
that? That is how you get your money for the prize right there. How you fund the money from the prize. You have people put in all these race names and then donate money so theirs gets picked.
I'm telling you. I mean, it would go over well.
Right.
We love to gamble in this country, you know. And I would gamble on that just to say, because if I won, I'd be like, oh yeah, I won all my money on the sperm races.
Right.
And if you're the winner, can you imagine, like, if you're a single guy and you're the winner, like, you could use that on, like, your dating profiles.
Oh, yeah.
You'd be like, I won the
that
great
guy's going to have, like, 30 people knocked up within the first week.
Yeah.
I heard you got some strong sperm there.
Yeah. He's like, I got some swimmers. Well, and let me tell you, some lonely women would pay really good money for some good sperm. So, I mean, you know, it's not just the $100,000 he has the potential here for. I mean, so... You know, good for him.
Right.
Good for him. Wow. That sure is some weird news this week.
I try.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Well, let's get into some even weirder topics, if you can believe it. Man.
Oh, I researched it and I can believe it.
This is
that I read.
My goodness gracious. This week we're going to be talking about the concept of yokai. I've mentioned yokai before, especially bringing it up in circles where, you know, people are talking about the fae. Because it's a very comparable concept. Basically, yokai are it's the Japanese version of anything and everything supernatural, unexplained, just period, point blank. And, you know, just, and kind of, my God, even beyond that, because we have like known sources where some of these yokai have just been straight up made up for entertainment purposes.
Oh, for sure.
And the Japanese are like, yeah, I love that. Let's keep doing that. It is a very large topic because there are, at minimum, over 35,000 yokai out there.
Yeah, I didn't get that far.
Me neither. Yeah, I maybe made it to like, I don't know, 50. And I was like, yeah, check it out another day. But that's the fun thing about it, is that it's really is the gift that keeps on giving, because there's so fucking many. And like in like researching them and kind of getting into them, um, you know, I mean, you find out that like a lot of them are just one-off events.
Yeah.
Like this just happened one time, and now it's solidified in yokai history. And it's kind of a difficult, honestly, kind of a difficult concept to explain. But I mean, that is the short version. I mean, it's like, the Fae and Celtic lore is very much just like anything and everything weird. Very much the same thing for yokai. It's anything and everything weird. Some of them are cryptids now, right? That people think that, there are genuine sightings to. Some of them seem to be, especially the one-off incidences, seem to kind of be real stories of high strangeness, things that did actually happen at one point, but then never happened again. It's like the Veggie Man of West Virginia.
Right.
It's ridiculous, but obviously that shit is so ridiculous. It absolutely happened to somebody.
Oh yeah. And like if I was like a kid growing up in Japan, I'd be afraid to go outside of my house. I'd be afraid to stay in my house with all this shit that you have to like they tell you.
Because a lot of them have like different rules and stuff, and it's like, well, how are
Right.
you supposed to keep track of all of them? Like, but it's sometimes it's regional, right? Sometimes it's cultural, not just like specific to Japan, but like maybe it's just specific to Tokyo or whatever. So obviously, not everybody has to worry about that, right?
Mhm.
But the people in Tokyo do, or whatever the
Right.
case is. I mean, there's definitely a lot of there's just a lot of things, and it's religious and it's spiritual and it's weird and it's just fucking off the wall, so goddamn bonkers sometimes. But like here in America, we have different sects of these things, right?
Mhm.
We have folklore, we have urban legend, right? We have cryptozoology, we have ufology, we have the paranormal, we have the occult, right? We have religious experiences. I mean, we divide them up into these categories, whereas yokai just throws it all under one sector and goes, "Yep, it's all just weird. Fuck it." And I kind of respect that.
Yeah.
It's kind of what Fortean is kind of supposed to be, right? It's just the study of all of it if it's strange and beyond general reasoning. So I thought that
Right.
kind of the
There's
best way.
just a lot of them.
There's a lot of them, and some of them, like, you can't just tell about this one without telling about all of these.
Right.
Like, I kind of started getting into the side that was more like Buddhism and, the Japanese culture's version of like heaven and hell and their different layers and that. So it's like you can't tell about this one entity in hell without talking about all of hell,
Mhm.
you know? So I didn't want to get too far into it. I guarantee you that this episode, we were just barely scratching the surface of what these things
Oh
kind of
yeah, I
are.
take all my notes by like hand. I had to stop because my hand hurt so bad. Like there's just so many of them.
Yeah. Yeah, there's just so many. And some of them are not really interesting, or they're just super short or whatever. But we're definitely going to get into that topic today. So get ready for this episode of white women pronouncing things wrong and bad.
Oh, I love it.
Because we're definitely gonna
I'm
fucking
so scared.
no. I mean, you know what? And at first I was like really trying to go and figure out how to pronounce all these things, and I did listen to them, but I'm like, you know what, I'm not gonna get that far.
Mhm.
So it is what it is. Let me see here. Today I will be sharing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got 6 here that I'm gonna talk that I picked out.
Oh. Okay. Uh I have 25.
Oh, okay.
I'm not going to go through all of them. I was
Yeah,
trying
why
to
not?
do more because I didn't know which ones you picked out, so I wanted to make sure we didn't have the same ones.
Yeah, we didn't really talk about it beforehand.
Yeah.
Which is fine because I mean, some of them might be the same and some are. One is definitely the same, I know for a fact. But
Cheerny.
oh yeah. So why don't we get that guy out of the way?
Go for it.
Probably one of the most ridiculous on this list is the it's the Shirime, which is probably one that I feel like a lot of people have probably heard of.
Yeah.
So imagine that you are walking home at night. Okay, you're just maybe you just got off work, or I don't know, you went to go get some ice cream, and now it's time to go back home or whatever. And so you're heading home, and all of a sudden you hear a voice behind you, and it's like, hey, wait up. And you kind of ignore it because surely they're not talking to you. You don't know, you came by yourself, obviously. And then it's like, hey, and then it's like, hey Cassie, wait up. You're like,
Because it knows my name.
you're like, what? Maybe it's somebody that spotted you at the ice cream parlor, right? And you just maybe they tried to catch you out the door, and you just, I don't know, you didn't see him or whatever. So you turn around and you see, well, there's obviously somebody there, wearing a kimono, and so you stop and you wait, and it's catching up, and it's like, oh yeah, thank God, yeah, just stay there, hold on, I'm coming. You're like, okay, and it approaches you, and as it continues to draw near, it gets weirder and weirder. You notice that it still has the human shape, but you're still focused on that face. Who is this mystery person? And as it gets closer, you realize it doesn't have a face. So in your confusion, I guess, you just stand there and continue to wait for it to approach. And it shows up, and it's like, oh, thank God you waited. I just really had to show you this. And in the middle of the street, and in front of God, or gods and everybody, because you're Japanese, it disrobes its kimono, and it's wearing nothing underneath, per typical practice, and turns around, right, with its back towards you. And it bends over, and it slowly spreads its butt cheeks wide open to reveal a single glistening eyeball. And then you're just supposed to leave, I guess. I don't understand.
I wonder if it gives itself pink eye.
Oh. Yeah, probably.
And nobody knows if the eyeball actually works to see.
No. No, I mean, it's the whole. Okay,
But it shines like a flashlight. Like it emits light so bright, it's like a flashlight.
So, okay, going back to just the general concept of yokai for a second. Sometimes they're mischievous, they're tricksters, it's silly. Sometimes it's real fucking dark and scary and horrifying. Sometimes it's just because. And this is this one, to me, this is like just because. Like, this has no real. So it seems to do this to people because it likes it.
This would be like a happy one to me. This would just brighten someone's day because you'd be like, what the fuck?
I mean, you would feel all the feelings at once, right? You'd be terrified because you're like, what is this? But also you'd be like, wait, was that a butthole or an eyeball? I don't know. Or was it a flashlight? I don't understand. Was that real? It's so ridiculous, and it's like I said, it's what the explanation is, again, is that it does this because it likes to freak you out. It just likes that. It likes that you're disturbed by what it's doing to you. And just like any flasher, right? I've talked about our local white t-shirt flasher before on the show. We had a guy going around flashing people. He wore a white t-shirt. He put it over his head and would jerk his shit right in front of you. And, there's people that are like that, exhibitionists, right? And is that what this is? Or does he wants to see you? What would happen if you didn't run away?
Oh, okay. So you're supposed to be that freaked out and not shocked to where you're just standing still that you're supposed to run away?
Yeah, you're supposed to run away. Like he wants you to run away. And they're like, it's a butthole. I don't know. That's what I was reading anyway, is that it wants to scare you. Well, what happens after that point? It spreads its cheeks, you see the eyeball, and then what happens? You just leave, I guess.
Wow.
What would you do?
I honestly as much as I'd be laughing, like I think I'd just smack it in the ass cheek.
Get along there, buddy. You're like, you got me.
See that one coming?
Right. And he's like, actually, it doesn't work because he talks. So
right, but there's no face.
There's no mouth, right? Does he talk from the eye?
And he can't see you, so how does he can call you by name, but how can't see who he's going after?
Yeah, he knows who you are, right?
Right.
Well, right. Does he do everything through this eyeball?
But if the eyeball's underneath a kimono, and he hasn't spread his butt cheeks to look right at you, how can he even do it?
Can you imagine having to live that life? You can't see. The only way that you can see is through your butthole eye. Your butt eye. The name actually literally translates to butt eye.
Butt eye, yeah.
It's straight up. So you can only see through your butthole eye. So you would have to spend your days bent over.
If it even works, no one even knows if it works.
Yeah, no one knows if it works. Right, what does it do? What does it even do? What's its function?
Just to freaking distract you and freak you out, maybe? I don't.
He's like, there's nothing else I can do with my life. I'm a human figure with a butthole.
Like a shark and lives off vibrations.
I don't understand, but I love it.
Yes.
I know I've seen this compared to cats and how they like to show you their butthole.
Mm.
Maybe they are shirime.
Maybe. There's a lot of cat yokai.
There are a lot of different cat yokai. Yeah, there's a ton of. Well, they love cats in Japan, and there's a lot going on there. But yeah, I don't. So if this happened to me, I'd be like, wow, thanks for showing me that nice butthole.
Right.
And then he would be so confused.
Maybe it's different in Japan, but they haven't. Obviously, these yokai haven't met Americans yet. We're not as freaked out about shit that you guys are, I think.
I don't know. Japan has a lot of. I mean, they got a lot of weird porn. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But in their porn, they censor out the genitals. Did you know that?
No, I didn't. I guess I didn't really.
Not watched a lot of Japanese porn, huh? No. Yeah, they censor out the genitals. You can't. I mean, so it's crazy because it'll be insane the stuff that they do, but the actual genitals themselves are blurred. So I don't know. Yeah, this is I mean, knowing what I know, I guess if it was just me and I didn't know that this was a thing, now that I know it's a thing, I just be like, oh hey man, yeah, nice.
Right.
Can I touch it?
Right.
I'd probably ask him questions. I'd probably be like, how do you eat?
I'm gonna have my kids ask their uncle who lives in Japan if he's ever seen a shirime.
Yeah, you should.
I am.
You should. He'll probably be like, oh yeah, all the time, that fucking guy. He's like the white t-shirt flashers. Everybody knows who he is. And they're like, oh, this guy again with his butthole hanging out for everybody to see. For him to see. But I don't know. Maybe he's just trying to make a friend. He's lonely. I don't understand why we assume that he does it because he wants to freak people out. I just think we're freaked out by it because it's weird. But, I just think he's just trying to make a pal.
Right. I mean, maybe he gets off on laughter. Maybe we're supposed to laugh.
It's like nobody's laughing yet. Why?
I'm gonna find me a gringo. They're gonna laugh at me.
Oh my gosh, these butthole creatures.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of those in here.
So that's a good one. I don't know. I'll let you. I don't know. Well, how about
I'm gonna go down the same category that you just went down with the buttholes, and
more buttholes.
So we're gonna go with cheek squeak.
Okay, haven't heard this one. I love it so far.
It's a literal sentient dancing butt that causes people to become very gassy in public.
Let me tell you something. When reading all these yokai, like the Japanese love farts and farting and toilets and
Yeah.
poop. Like, like they love all that. Okay, so it's a butt.
Yeah, it's just a dancing butt. And if you see it, you become instantly gassy.
And then you have to fart.
Yeah.
Okay. A gassy,
like-
a fun gassy. It's called what? Cheek squeak?
Yeah, cheek squeak.
That's a great name.
Right?
So do you stop farting when you, again, I want follow-up stories about what happens afterwards. So like you leave
The way
butt.
that I would understand it is as soon as you get home in private, you just aren't gassy anymore.
Can you fuck it?
I mean, maybe.
Has anybody
It's a
ever
dancing
tried?
butt. Obviously, it wants attention.
The ER doctors have a whole collection of things you could stick in that
Right?
thing.
I don't even know if there's like a rest of a body to it. It just says dancing butt. That's how
Well-
it's explained.
And what is it? Is it funny or is it mischievous? Is it like a good or a bad thing?
Doesn't say anything, just makes you gassy. I guess it depends on like what your like personality is about like flatulence in public. It could be
True.
either or.
Like if you're just going home, you're probably like, oh, you got me, But like if you're going to like a super important meeting or like a job interview, yeah.
Do you know what it reminds me of?
Assy McGee.
No, that monster in Real Monsters. But it's like, wasn't it like a thumb or something? But it just always reminded me of a butt. You know that show on Nickelodeon?
I do, but what monster? It's a thumb?
I think it was a thumb. It just reminded me of a butt, though.
I want to know which one it was.
I'm gonna look it up.
So there was a show on Adult Swim they called Assy McGee, and it was just an ass who was a detective, like an actual butt. And it's real stupid.
I don't even know what this thing is. It's not a thumb, but I'm going to send you a picture of it right
Okay.
now so you know what I'm talking about.
Send me a picture of the thumb monster.
It's not a thumb. I don't know what it is. For some reason in my head, I thought it was a thumb, but it's not.
It's oh, I'm waiting for it. Okay, here it comes. Here it is. Let's see. Yeah, that's Crumb.
Crumb.
Yep, he's like I have a sweater, a Crumb sweater.
That just reminds me what a dancing butt yokai would look like.
You used to think he was a butt?
Yeah. Well, no, that's what I picture in my head when
Oh.
I think of this yokai.
It looks
Is
like
this
that,
thing
yeah.
just dancing around?
Yeah, yeah, I could see that. I could definitely see that. Yeah, All Real Monsters, good show. I don't know if it holds up still as an adult. I haven't checked it out.
Yeah, me neither. But I always think about drawing them.
Well, because they look really cool. The designs are
Right.
great. The monster designs are. You should draw them more. People would love it.
Mm-hmm. Nostalgia.
Well, I'm gonna let you keep going because I have significantly less than you do. I don't think we're gonna get to your whole
I'm
list.
not gonna
but-
go through all of these. All right.
No. Right, we're not gonna get through all of them, but what for every one that I do, you go ahead and do two. How about that?
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Okay. Boroborotan.
Yep, don't have that one.
Okay. So this legend was born when a Japanese nap mat has been ignored or underused. It's going to float around your house and try to strangle anyone it finds by wrapping its tattered mat parts around the sleeping victim's neck. So the more naps you take on this nap mat, the safer you are. Just don't neglect it.
So you have to take naps.
Right.
I mean, I
You
don't hate
have
this
to be
one.
tired.
I'd be like talking to my boss, like, "Hey, I gotta go take my nap, or I'm gonna get strangled to death."
Right. And this nap mat just comes flying by your desk, like, see?
Because at first your boss is like making a face, and then the fucking mat comes through, and they're like, "Oh." Like, yeah, it told me you're next. You're gonna take your nap.
I picture this as what like tired parents tell their children so they can rest.
it could be. Some of these do have origins and just like we do with our urban legends and our folklore, different things to get children to behave and
Right.
cautionary tales and stuff like that. I mean, this is definitely like the cautionary tale, but also the inanimate objects section.
Mhm.
Because like that is the weird thing about yokai is that a lot of them can be just inanimate objects.
Like umbrellas. A few umbrella yokai.
There are a few, right? Not just
Yeah.
it's a few umbrella yokai. Yeah. So it gets weird. It gets weird.
Mhm.
Again, this is a lot of it is just because.
Yeah.
Along the same vein, sort of the shirime, but no more poop talk as the oh god, my notes. The haradashi.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the haradashi. So haradashi appear to sad and lonely individuals, particularly those who are at home drinking alone.
Mm.
Haradashi will slip into these people's houses to cheer them up. When offered a drink, a haradashi happily accepts it and then bares its belly and performs a ridiculous dance. The thing about the haradashi's belly is that there's tons of different physical versions of it, but the one thing that remains the same is its belly. It has like a face on its stomach.
Oh, okay.
Now it could have like a face on its head and look like a
Mhm.
human, but then have a stomach. Sometimes it's just a torso with a face on its stomach, and then like it'll show up and it'll reveal its stomach face, and it is so hilarious that you just completely forget that you're a sad sack of shit and you're in a good mood now.
Okay.
And it'll drink with you. It'll be like, yeah, I'll have some, and it's happy to take more drinks and will continue to, entertain you as long as you keep supplying. Those who entertain a hardashi in their homes find their troubles and worries vanish, and they become filled with hopes and dreams.
That's awesome.
It's a nice one. It's a really wholesome one. I thought it was a lot of fun. So, like, I don't know. I feel like that's what the Shirime is like trying to do to people, but Haradashi's just doing it better, I guess. I would think.
Ardashi just has a better backstory.
I just think I'd like the butthole eye better
You
as a
know?
as a comedy bit. I'd find that funnier,
Oh yeah, for sure.
But I like somebody who likes to have a good time. That's
Right.
so yeah. It's a Haradashi.
Haradashi. Okay. I don't know how to say this.
Just do your best.
Bake Kujira?
Okay.
Ghost whale. That's what it translates into.
Oh, okay.
You have the ghost whale.
It's not on my list. Nope.
Okay. So I wrote this one down on my work notes. So like, kind of bear with me because it's really tiny because I have to do it on a server's pad. It's an animated whale skeleton that it appears at like kind of the surface of the sea to where it looks like when a whale comes up to take a breath, but it's a ghost whale. It's said that in olden days, when whales were still plentiful in the Sea of Japan, a whale sighting would have been a blessing to residents or the poor fishermen or like villages there. A village could reap huge amounts of wealth from the meat and oil in a single whale. But such a bounty did not come without a price, however. Many fishermen claimed that the souls of these whales lived on as a bake kajuri, seeking revenge against the humans who took their lives. Those who witnessed it were infected with the horrible curse, which they brought back to their villages when they returned home. The whale's curse brought famine, plague, fires, and other kinds of disasters. So basically, he was just taking revenge on all these fishermen and their families that like killed them to get the food to like save their village or whatever from them. So
Wow. I have a similar one to that. I guess I'll probably, when I get to
yeah,
me, I'll share mine next. But this concept of like revenge is also a big theme that we'll see with. I think we'll find a lot of similarities between a lot of these yokai, just because there's so many of them. It's hard not to draw parallels. Yeah, that's the revenge thing is kind of a big one for a lot of different
right.
yokai.
Yeah, I mean that. I think honestly, any predicament you say would have a lot to do with a grouping of the yokai.
Yes. Yeah. Pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Well, go ahead. Go with your number 2.
Okay. Okay. Kuchi Sake Ona translates into the slit-faced woman.
I've heard of this one. She's not on my list, but she's a popular one.
Yes. A malevolent spirit who takes the form of a beautiful woman wearing a mask and carrying scissors. If you happen to encounter her in a dark alley, she will ask you whether she is beautiful. And if you reply with no, then she will stab you. So if you say yes, she will pull down her mask, revealing her mouth has been slit ear to ear. After this horrifying, you either die or you get like mentally disturbed by this creepy image in front of you. She then repeats her question. Do you think she's beautiful? If you say no, since you've seen her slit face, if you say no, she will then stab you, so you die. If you reply yes, she will slit your mouth from ear to ear so you can be beautiful like her.
Yeah. So you just don't win.
Unfortunately, no escape for this one. Like, it's either bad or bad.
Yeah. Right. You don't, there's no winning. There's no right answer.
Right. And it was said that she was disfigured during her human life when her husband, who was a samurai, found out about her adultery and punished her accordingly by slitting her mouth.
Wow. That's pretty hardcore.
Yeah.
You know, this one is popular. There's an image that goes around. I believe it's from a movie based on her legend. Of her face. And it goes around every little bit. I remember, back in the early days of social media, definitely being jump scared a bunch because it would follow like, oh, you better, share this image of her. She's going to come visit you tonight or whatever. So a lot of people know her from that. But, tons of people have done like flash videos of basically the same concept. It is a very kind of popular sort of urban legendy
I feel like they use that in a lot of the jump scare videos, like a woman slash from ear to ear.
Yeah, definitely. Do you think she's ever heard that song by Christina Aguilera, Beautiful?
Oh, maybe we should just play. Maybe that's like that's the way out.
Play it for her. That's so if she encountered the Shirime,
oh,
because like, I mean, it's slit in the cheeks, right? Which cheeks would she cut?
Oh, and the description just says ear to ear, and it doesn't have any ears.
Right. It doesn't have ears. It doesn't have mouth.
Right.
So the only cheeks it really has would be the butt cheeks, I guess. I mean, I'm just asking the important question.
But what if the Shirime was like, I don't know, I don't have a face, I can't see you.
Well, let me show you something.
Do you think this is beautiful?
What do you think about my beautiful eye? She was just in total confusion. She was just like poor Shirime. He just can't make friends with anybody. Nobody wants to be his friend.
No.
I'm just, like I said, I'm asking the important questions here.
Right.
I don't know. Gosh. Well, I'll share my revenge one. Okay. That was similar. This is the Onin no Niwatori, I believe is how you say it. When a cockfighting rooster and its owner are murdered, their spirits then fuse together into a monstrous chicken-human hybrid called an Onin no Niwatori. This ghost looks like a man-sized bipedal chicken with gray plucked skin, pinchers for hands, and a large red comb on top of its head. They are so frightful, and this is the part I like about it. To behold one of these, that person who sees them would suffer paralysis, which can last for several days. After the limb paralysis wears off, it takes much longer to fully regain the ability to speak. So they're just absolutely 100% fucking terrifying.
Wow.
Yeah. Yep. And I'm assuming that they would have to die in during a cockfight, I guess.
Yeah.
and then they fuse together and become one, and they become Chicken Man, my
Okay.
new favorite cryptid.
See, anything with man behind it terrifies me.
Just
We've
thought it'd
talked
be weird.
about this before.
I know we thought we had like the fucking corner market on all these bipedal humanoid cryptids. We do not. Japan has us beat by a fucking long shot with these yokai. They have it all.
So, like, okay, dog man, goat man, the wild man, like, all of these are animals that go on 4 legs. Did they really have to, like, describe the chicken as being bipedal?
Well, that's true because that's a good point.
I was like, what? How else does a chicken walk?
But it has hands.
Yeah.
And for some reason, they're pinchers, and I don't understand why. Was there also, were they having crab dinner at the crab?
Maybe.
At the cockfight, and so just got some crab in there. I mean, where the pincher hands come from? Why? Cockroaches?
Terrifying.
Because pincher hands are scary. Everybody knows that. Duh.
Yeah.
But I love it. It also reminds me of the like the big chicken guy from Family Guy.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Yeah, the Peter fights all the time. Yeah.
Mhm.
But I thought it was fun. I thought, like I said, the added bit because again, I'm a sucker for like what happens after you, and there's not a lot of like follow up. There's not a lot of updates for these encounters, but this one does have that update. You become paralyzed, and then eventually you snap out of it. And what's interesting, and maybe you have some of the ones that kind of showcase this a little bit better, is like the Japanese people 1000% do, like we joked about the nap mat thing. No, they really fucking do use these in their everyday life as like excuses. So like you could be like, well, you can't call into work, but like your spouse could call you into work because you saw this chicken man, and now you can't come into work because you're paralyzed for days.
Right.
And they're just like, oh, okay, yeah, that works. Yeah, we can't do that here. We need to do that here.
Right. I can't like tell my boss that like Bigfoot attacked me and I won't be in for a few months.
You'll lose your job. Like,
Right.
you get out of here, you crazy. But no, yeah, they genuinely do use these, and sometimes this is where some of the new yokai, because there are new yokai born every day, every hour. Where they're coming from is, I mean, gosh, you just be like, oh, I'm late to work because the car yokai took over my vehicle. And
So what if it's like a new one and like your boss hasn't heard about it yet? Do they just have to like believe you?
I guess, yeah. They're just like, oh, okay, yeah, that happens.
Oh my God, why isn't our country like that?
Right, we're not like that. I mean, and their work ethic is definitely way different than ours, but they have more of a rewarding system, so it gives you the incentive to want to work.
Like not want to be attacked by a yokai.
Yeah. Right. Exactly. Well, right. Because you believe in the yokai, you don't want to be confronted by one when you're caught lying to your boss, because I'm sure there's a yokai for that too, because the bosses can also be like, well, my yokai said that if you don't come into work today.
They are like Pokemon. They just pull them out of their fucking balls. They catch them in their pocket. Like, well, my yokai says.
The most creative one wins. Yeah.
I'm going to leave my yokai in your desk.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, yeah, my yokai says that it's, my yokai left with you last night. So if you don't come in, you're going to have a day of misfortune. And then they're like, well, shit, I don't want to be misfortuned. I better come to work. That's how it works.
That's perfect.
Yeah. So,
Okay,
Anyway,
so I'm going to go back to a couple categories here. It's a ghost.
Sure.
And it's in the bathroom.
Ooh.
So it's another bathroom yokai.
Yeah, we might have the same one.
Akamanto?
Yeah. Oh, we have the same one.
Okay, I'm going to save that one then because I have more.
Okay.
You can do that. I'm not taking from your list.
I'll save it for last now.
Okay. How about we do... Let's do the Kiyohime?
Okay, yeah. I don't have that one.
Short one. It's a short one.
Sure.
It's just a woman who became obsessed with a monk, and I'm pretty sure this is like a specific scenario. A woman who became obsessed with a monk transformed into a monstrous snake woman and burned the monk alive, but inside a bell.
Okay.
I know nothing else about this, but the fact that they added on that it was burned inside of a bell just made it more intriguing for me. Like probably a church bell, maybe.
And it probably breeds into. I'm sure that then created another yokai
Right.
of a monk that's inside of a burning bell.
Right.
That's
Like
fun.
it's just the stories can go like on and on.
Yeah, there's so many.
Teke.
Don't have that one.
So I guess it translates into revenant, or no, maybe another name for it is revenant, because I'm pretty sure Teke doesn't transfer into anything. A woman who fell onto a train track and was cut in half by the train. So now she haunts train stations. She moves with a teke sound on her elbows and hands and cuts victims in two with a scythe to emulate her own death.
I feel like I've heard of that one. Because I feel
Maybe.
like the sounds, I feel like I've like seen videos that utilize
Oh
that.
yeah, there might be videos, because that would be like an ASMR like dream video of like yokai.
Like little horror animated shorts, and it's
Right.
like, so she's like clawing on the walls and stuff, like climbing on the walls. Interesting. Scythe
Yeah.
woman. Horrifying. Let's talk about the probably also another one of the most famous ones. I know I did basic bitch ones. The Kappa.
See, I completely went over that because I know you talked about the Kappa before in the
Yeah.
Frogman one, I think.
Yep, the Kappa is kind of bleeds over into some cryptozoology, but instead of, it's not necessarily half frog, but it is kind of half turtle, half man.
Okay.
And a lot of people kind of interchange the two due to, I guess, the reptilian nature. They're child-sized, but they're extremely strong, like stronger than a man. They are found in rivers, so they're river spirits that hang out. They can come on land, but they're weak on land compared to when they're in the water. Their arms are connected to each other. So this is really interesting. A lot of the river spirits are almost the exact same description of the Kappa, but there's some that are like monkeys, like they're hairy Kappas basically. And I kept seeing this like weird description of the arms being connected. So it's like if your arms weren't connected to your shoulders and were instead like connected to each other, you know how like when you go to reach for something and you're like, I wish I just had a little bit more oomph.
Yeah.
Well, they can kind of slide over their other arm to give themselves that oomph, right? But then, of course, it makes the other arm shorter, and then they're mismatched, But yeah, they're kind of work on that type of scale. It's really interesting. So, like, if you pulled one side all the way, then the other one would shorten up. They also have 3 anuses.
Yeah.
That they fart out of a lot at the same time. And they go around town farting all over the place, and they like upsetting people about their farts. They enjoy that. Kappas aren't always bad. They're a big belief in Japanese lore. So there's many different stories. There's even like origin stories where Kappas had taught some of the indigenous people a lot of tricks in order to survive. Sometimes they team up with people, and there's like different rituals that you can do that you can like outsmart a Kappa, or whatever, and it will respect the shit out of you for doing so because they are very wise, even though they fart a lot, and they will befriend you and they'll like give you like eternal loyalty. But on the other side of that, their favorite food is human butthole.
Oh.
Yep. So Kappas are known for eating people alive, starting with the anus. Because there's like there's some life force in there that they say it tastes amazing.
Wow.
And, it's their favorite food. And when I was telling my daughter about us doing the show and I was telling her about that, I was like, yeah, there's like something in there that they love, something in the anus. It has like a certain name. It's not a real organ, but it's like an extra organ. And she was like, you mean poop? It's like,
yeah.
Huh. Yeah, I guess maybe you're right. That is. I was thinking more of like maybe the men's prostate.
Right.
Like, because that's the only organ I can think of that's in
Did
the
you
area.
know poop isn't an organ?
Poop is not an organ, but it is in the butthole. So,
Mhm.
I don't know, but they also drown people. They'll lure you to the river and drown you there, or just straight pull you under.
Just so they can get a plate of that butthole.
Well, and they will rape women.
Wow.
Yeah, and men, if you consider them eating your butthole rape without your consent, it is. So, uh,
Yeah, that's true.
so again, they have a wide spectrum of being super terrible, but also potentially something. And again, these things kind of have a lot more history, so a lot more sightings, a lot more reports, which kind of lend cryptozoologists think that maybe there's something to it. Maybe not quite a magical creature that loves butthole,
Mhm.
but something, right? Some weird bipedal turtle, potentially
Right.
an unidentified reptile that we just haven't really pinpointed yet. And maybe, I mean, I've never seen anything that's definitive proof or made me really consider that this was actually a real creature, but again, it is pretty popular. And obviously they are the inspiration for the Koopas from Mario.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
think about that. Maybe Mario jumping on the tops of these things' heads with his butt is not the best idea.
He's a tease.
That's why they want to kill you.
That's why they're always chasing you.
Yep, they're just right. They're just flashing your butthole all around. But they're also featured in other, obviously other pop culture. Animal Crossing. Animal Crossing has a Kappa character, which is super nice.
That's okay. So that's weird because that's not the only yokai that has something to do with Mario.
Yeah, you're right.
I have it wrote down somewhere, but
it's also not the only yokai that has something to do with Animal Crossing, and it's shared that same. Because you're talking about the Tanuki.
I'm talking about the Tanuki.
I believe so. Yeah. Maybe not. Maybe it's something else. I don't know.
Well, it might be. Yes, Tanuki, raccoon dog.
Yeah, well, I didn't have that one on my list. But let's just go have.
Let me just do that one.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. Yeah.
The Tanuki. It's a raccoon dog. It likes to root through garbage at night. Mario wears a Tanuki costume in the video games, and you'll see statues outside of restaurants said to bring good luck. Statues of the Tanuki. The statues look kind of funny because they have a massive set of testicles that are the source of the Tanuki's power to shapeshift. So while they are mainly tricksters, they enjoy gambling and drinking. They can also be vicious when provoked. When I was reading about this, so my understanding is that the giant testicles, when the Tanuki wants to shapeshift, it pulls its sack around its whole body, and then a magician, poof, it can shapeshift into whatever it wants as long as its scrotum is wrapped all the way around it.
So that is also its own separate yokai, a ball sack that uses its sack to shapeshift, but it's the ball sack of a Tanuki, but has its own personality.
So a Tanuki is two different yokais, but the same thing.
It can be, yeah. It just depends. Yes, it's
so
not
the Tanuki itself, and then the Tanuki's ball sack is a different.
I can't remember the name of the Tanuki ball sack. I didn't write it down, but I did because it was a I'll be honest. Sometimes I skip some of these because I'm like, I cannot pronounce that. It's not happening. And this is one of them. But not every Tanuki ball sack is sentient. But every sentient ball sack comes from a Tanuki.
Gotcha.
No, Tanukis are interesting. So they are real animals. The Tanuki is a real. It's basically Japan's version of a raccoon.
Okay.
But they are real. But they, people think that they possess these otherworldly, type of powers. And the giant ball sacks are interesting. My daughter informed me that Tanuki's ball sacks are so big is because that's where they keep their money.
Oh, okay.
And probably also their power too. But yeah, they're also Mario wears a Tanuki suit which can fly. It does not have giant balls.
No, it does not.
And then in Animal Crossing, again, one of your main characters are a family of Tanukis, Tom Nook. It's kind of the ringleader, and he's known for being super, super greedy. So, and then he runs like the shop and stuff, so he wants your money. And he's got little nephews, and none of them have giant balls, though.
Okay.
So, little disappointing about the lack of giant testicles. But yeah, most of the time, and it's good luck if you come across a Tanuki statue to rub its giant testicles.
I would definitely do that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you can't. I didn't show you. I don't think I showed you the big-tittied Bigfoot from Frogman Festival.
I don't think you did. No.
Oh my god! So I walk into Frogman Festival the night before to set up, and I kind of do like a walkthrough of who's got what.
Right.
So
It's
I
the
know
only
what I
time you
want.
have time to look at stuff.
Right. And so I'm like, where am I gonna go as soon as I have some space? So I go to this booth, and there's it's like a Bigfoot bust, right? So it's just like the chest, shoulders, and head.
Okay.
And it's got this magnificent set of titties on it. I'm like, oh my god, those Bigfoot boobies. And whoever's booth it was, they weren't there. They had gone already. And it was just, they'd kind of covered this stuff up, but the Bigfoot titties you could see out in the open. I was like,
Oh,
my
yeah.
God, those so bad. But I didn't. I was respectful. I was like, I'll wait until tomorrow. And then I go and I do my rounds the next day, and I'm shopping around, and I come up to the big tittied Bigfoot booth.
Uh-huh.
It's my friend who owns the oddity shop in Fairborn.
And she never told you she had a big titty Bigfoot?
No. Her boyfriend had made it. He had just made it like the day before.
Oh, wow.
I almost bought it because but I did touch them boobs, and
Okay.
they were, because you got to. I mean, come on.
It?
What's that?
How much was it?
It was like $100. It wasn't that bad.
Somebody had to have bought it, right?
I don't know. I don't know if anybody did. Maybe I should text her. Like, did anybody ever buy that big titty? Because
$100
for a big titty Bigfoot, yeah. It had huge tits. I don't know why. I don't think he was trying to have it I think he was trying to have some chest because it's an ape, but
Right.
I think he just got carried away, and that's fine. It was perfect.
Yeah.
I was like, I love this, because Patty, she's got those big old mommy milkers.
Right.
So, anyway, I'm sorry. I got off.
No, that's fine.
So
I'm
yeah,
interested in the big titty Bigfoot because that's something that would look great in my fucking house.
it was amazing. I'll ask her if she still has it. Let me see what I can do. If not, I'm like, can you make me a new one?
Right?
But I was so excited. I was like, of course it's somebody that I know, like intimately. It was
That's why
awesome.
they're your people.
I know, it's my favorite thing there. I was like, oh my god, I was telling her that. I was like, oh my god, I saw this last night and I couldn't wait to touch it. Can I please touch? She's like, yeah.
It's like if I knew and it was yours, I wouldn't have waited all night to touch it.
Right. I would just grab me some titty the night before. So Bigfoot titties. I've had them in my life. Recommend.
All right.
So all right, I'll let you keep going.
Okay. Nekomata?
Okay. It's not on my list. I've heard of it.
So there's two different descriptions of this one. The first one is a straightforward monster described as having feline eyes with the body of a dog and devouring anyone who wandered into its mountain territory. So it's just like a monster that lives in the mountains, and if you cross it, it's gonna fucking eat you.
Yeah.
Second translation, modern day and more strange. So the lore goes that house cats that grow old will eventually leave home, grow a split tail, and that's the mark of the Nekomata transformation, and then go live in the mountains. They vary in power, but lore states that the worse a cat is treated during its life, the more powerful it will be as a Nekomato. The negligent and or abusive owner will then be haunted by the Nekomato with visions of dead loved ones until the creature is satisfied. They are also said to have the power to raise the dead and control them with commands from their paws and forked tail. The Nekomata was traditionally blamed for fires and other bad luck, and the stigma became so strong that Japanese cat owners began removing the kittens' tails just in case a Nekomata might be born later.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah.
Poor kitties. Their tails are it's like their spine.
Right, but like you said earlier, like cats are like huge in Japan. Like they're like traditional, like loved, like sacred cats. Like so they probably believed this one 100%.
Oh yeah, so you got to treat them well.
But when I was reading it, like the bottom of the article said, or just be nice to your cat and you won't have to worry about it.
Right. Yeah, you just Don't be an asshole.
Right.
Oh, gosh, I've got 2 more,
Okay.
and then I've got some honorable mentions, I guess, because I didn't write their names down or anything. But again, mostly it's because they were hard to pronounce.
Right.
So the next one is the Abora Akago.
Okay.
So these ones are interesting because, again, they could potentially have some basis in reality with a little bit of ridiculousness. So the Abora Akago first appear as mysterious orbs of fire, which float aimlessly through the night sky.
Ooh.
So eventually, and we know that. We know about our orbs, right? We're aware of
Mhm.
those. They drift from house to house, and upon entering one, this is where it gets weird. They enter the house and they transform into small babies.
Okay.
In this baby form, they lick the oil from oil lamps and paper lanterns. They then turn
Okay.
back into orbs and they fly away. But maybe they need the oil to fuel them.
Maybe.
I don't know why they appear as babies, because you wouldn't hurt a baby. If somebody's gonna break into your house and it's a baby, you're probably not gonna
Yeah.
bash its skull in. You know what I mean?
You're probably good on that one.
You're,
Probably safe.
you're like, who's here? It's in the middle of the night. And you get your golf club and you're like, who is it? You walk out. Oh, it's a baby. Oh, and then it starts licking up the oil, and you're like, probably don't do that.
Right.
And then it just flies away.
Okay.
But again, going back to, if people were seeing orbs in the sky, at some point, these glowing orbs, I could see them attributing that phenomena to something like this.
Right.
Obviously, where the baby story comes from, I have no idea. But again, hey, maybe orbs need some fuel, and so they come into the house, and I don't know, they think babies are harmless, and so they're like, I'm hungry for the oil, and then they fuck off into the night, on to the next place.
Okay. I that one disturbs me. Just the baby part.
It's weird. Yeah. It's weird.
Because that's creepy to me. I don't know.
It's a weird one. I don't know what's worse. I think the baby's worse than Chicken Man.
Yeah, I think it is.
That's if Chicken Man broke into your house and stole your oil lamp, again, you're gonna bash its skull in.
Right. But a baby,
so.
I don't think I could do anything. It's a baby.
Well, and especially some type of supernatural baby, it has all the power over you.
Right.
Because it is a baby. What are you gonna do? You can't fight back a baby.
No. Not at all. Like that. No, I'm just a goner then.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a baby.
You're like, oh, okay.
Oh, Lord.
What are you doing, baby? It reminds me of that. I know he's canceled now, but it reminds me of that Dave Chappelle bit
Oh, God.
when the baby's selling drugs on the corner.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, hey, baby. It's good stuff. Anyway.
Okay, this is a whole category. So I'm just going to read the names real quick. You tell me if you have any of them.
Okay.
Karakasa Kozo.
Nope.
Fudakuchi Ona.
Nope.
Yanari.
Nope.
Manji Mutt.
No, I only have the one more, and it's Akamanto.
Oh, okay. So I looked up the most ridiculous yokai. That's exactly what I Googled, and this is what I came up with, okay? So there's a few of them, but it's all one category. Karakasa Kozo, which is a ghost umbrella. A living umbrella with one eye, one leg, and a long tongue that often sneaks into houses to cause mischief. So it's a mischievous little sucker that has no point whatsoever.
Just because.
Yeah. Fudakuchi Ona.
Well, hold on. You didn't talk about the best part about the umbrella now.
What am I talking about?
So he licks you.
Oh.
With his tongue.
Well, I'm assuming he does. That's what the tongue's for.
Yeah, right. And then
why else would you have a tongue?
And then he leaves, right? And then that's it. That's, again, just because.
Right. This one's kind of like the split-faced woman, the split-mouthed woman. The Fudakucha Ona is a two-mouthed woman. So it's a woman with a second ravenous mouth hidden on the back of her head, often resulting from a curse.
Yep, I had read about that one.
Yep.
And the story kind of changes a little bit depending on, what it's for. I think my preference is she was an evil stepmother.
I like that one.
Yep, and she starved her stepdaughter to death, and then the daughter comes back in the form of the mouth, or she develops a mouth because of it. That becomes ravenous and berating towards her and haunts her the rest of her life. So
Good. She
Yeah.
should get that. The Yanari, the house shaker, tiny mischievous spirits that live in the walls and create tiny annoying noises.
oh god, I hate
Wouldn't
that.
that just be awful?
I don't know. Like you have them, like my utility closet. It just makes this noise, and it's like, why?
Probably because you got a Yanari.
I got a Yanari in there. Now I know.
This is called mangy mutt. What do you think it is?
A dog? Oh, I was right.
A dog with a middle-aged human face, known for
Oh.
failing to find a job and being perpetually depressed.
I hate that.
It's awful.
I mean, it makes sense, but is that why we call people mangy mutts, or did mangy mutt get the name? Interesting.
Just a depressed guy that can't get a job.
Fucking loser.
Broken umbrella, another umbrella one.
Oh god.
A sentient broken umbrella that is perpetually miserable, often found in depressing alleyways.
He needs Haradashi in his life.
It's just like a umbrella leaning up against a dumpster.
Useless, right? And they're like, oh, it's a yokai.
This is the last one in this one. Neg plant. What do you think a neg plant is?
Neg plant?
Yeah.
I'm gonna think that it's a plant that doesn't shut the fuck up, and it's negative.
It's an eggplant with a face that constantly complains.
Yep, neg plant. Wow, that's ridiculous.
That's why it's on the ridiculous list.
That is so ridiculous. Oh my gosh,
Oh,
the neg plant.
These are amazing.
Those are very silly.
Let's see. Do I got one more? I got lots more, but
We can always, do a part 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
man, there's tons of them. We can do
there's
whatever.
So many. I'll take a sec while you're perusing your list. Rounding.
Yeah, go for it.
Your end. I got my research from a very specific website, yokai.com.
Oh, I loved that. I started looking through them, but you have to click on each one of them.
No, you don't. If you go to the menu, listen, if you go to the menu, and this is how I did it. I discovered it a little too late because I was like, man, this is overwhelming. How do I choose? If you go to the menu button, there's an option that says random, and if you click it, it takes you to a random one. And after I discovered that, I was just hitting that button. And it was really neat. It was really cool. So yokai.com. Again, this is where, and this is somebody's, passion project. They're adding new yokai all the time. Not necessarily new as in newly invented, but, because we know, again, they're happening, but just new in general, because there's just so fucking many.
Because they have a list at the bottom of the latest yokai that are added.
Yep. And so, so if you go to the menu button there at the top, there's 2 menu buttons, but it's the one.
Yeah, that's okay. I found the one that's
on
right
the
above
right
yokai
side.
is the one that has the random button.
Right. So you just hit random,
Okay.
and then it even has one where you can put search or find or whatever, finder, and it'll just kind of give you all the different categories, and the categories are split up into there's so many different categories of how you can look these up, because there's I don't know how many there are on that website. I don't think all of them, obviously, but there's a lot. Yeah. And
the one list is just you choose alphabetically A, B, C, D, and then it gives you a list with all of them starting with that letter.
Yeah. No, this one just takes you to a random page. So, if you like these, definitely get lost in the sauce. Some of them are bit longer entries than others,
Right.
obviously, because again, they have to do with more religion-based yokai. Because I didn't even want to get into that at all. This episode is just too much.
Mm,
But you learn a lot, and that's why. So some of these you mention them, and I'm like, yeah, I've heard of that because I came across it
right.
doing the random. But I don't know, didn't add it. I was choosy about what I chose. I don't know.
Well, like I typed in like the most ridiculous yokai, and then from there, like underneath it has like all these different topics and articles that people wrote
So
about them.
many,
So I was
yeah.
just reading articles and reading articles and reading articles and picking out the ones that I laughed at.
And I was doing that at first, and then when I found the website and I found the random button,
I
was
found the
like, "Oh,
website
yeah."
first, but I didn't like having to click on each freaking letter and each name.
No, I know. I should have been like, hey, check this out. It was
Yeah,
like crazy from there. Anyway, did you
that's
pick
where I found the ghost whale.
on that website? Yeah, I did. I
Mhm.
never even, and I only had a duplicate like once. So sometimes obviously it's random, so you'll get one that you've had before, but I didn't come across a lot of these. Some of these that I couldn't have. There's so many.
Right.
There's so many. Anyway, did you pick? Do you have your?
So I'm gonna say it's Ubume.
Okay.
It's Ubume, but it translates into lost mother. And like just by like reading the translation and stuff, I thought it was gonna be more of like a woman in white kind of story, but it's not. It's it's a lady that is holding a baby. So you see this lady, like, it doesn't really say specific place. I'm assuming it's outside on a dirt road in the lonely forest because it's freaking Japan. And so it's a lady holding a baby. She will try to pass the infant to a bystander. But then when the person takes the baby to hold it, the child becomes impossibly heavy and crushes the person.
Okay.
Yeah,
Just cuz.
right.
Just cuz. No reason. Just cuz you want
I thought it was going to be like one of those creepy Japanese woman in white stories, but no.
I mean, it still ends in death, so.
Right. By baby. Another death by baby.
These babies. Well, I'll stick with that kind of train of thought. This is my honorable mention. I didn't write down the name, but it is a woman who
Mhm.
lives in the river, who has huge Bigfoot-sized boobs.
Okay.
And her whole purpose is if a child, it's kind of sad, but then it gets sadder. If a child under the age of 6 dies, she uses her giant breasts and her motherly nature, and she feeds them. She gives them sustained life after death. So if you have a child or an infant that dies, and you
Okay.
make offerings to her at the graves and stuff, so that way she kind of watches the children. But on the flip side of that, if she catches your living children walking along the riverbanks by themselves, she will snatch them up and also feed them. But the problem is that because they're living, it'll kind of work in like a reverse effect, and she will actually drain them of all their life force.
Oh, wow.
So
Is she trying to be bad when she does that, or does she just not realize it?
I think it depends on the story.
Okay.
But it's definitely a cautionary tale to not let your kids play by
Right.
the river, and that makes
I would
sense. 'Cause
never walk by the fucking water again.
never, no, and you see a woman with her big tits out, you'd be like, no thanks.
Trying to feed me from them? Like,
And a lot of I'll say that too. Another theme that kind of comes up a lot is like beautiful women, and it's like the idea of like staying away from beautiful women.
yeah.
Like that is like over and over and over again, and these yokai stories. But then of course you have like the jilted woman, right? Who
Mhm.
has a reason to get revenge and whatever. So I don't know. It kind of works both ways, but but they want you to really stay away from like hot women. with
Right.
big- They're like, don't go near them.
And another
Um,
one about that, the Nikusu.
Okay.
It's a meat sucker. It's
Oh.
like the vampire legends. The Nikusu is an attractive young woman who approaches men walking alone at night, asking to borrow their light. And this was back when this is an older one. It's when like they would carry lanterns at night, so like light their way. Now it's probably their phone lights. But when she gets close enough, she snuffs out the light and bites her victim, draining all the meat from their bodies, leaving a saggy pile of skin and bone.
Ew. And then
Yeah.
ultimately that pile of saggy skin and bone becomes a yokai who, I don't know, flies around like a kite, pretending to be a kite. And if you don't pretend it's a kite, also bad things happen. I just made that one up.
If you don't put the lotion on the skin just like fucking wraps around you and suffocates you.
You're the hose again, obviously.
Right.
Another honorable mention. Again, didn't write down the name, but I don't know, I like this one. A random wall in your home may sprout eyeballs,
Oh.
and the eyeballs just kind of keep multiplying as the days go on, and nothing really happens. It just eventually your whole wall is covered in eyes that watch you, and you don't want that. And the only way to really get rid of it is to either A, move, or B, build a wall on top of the eyeball wall.
Oh, wow.
I mean, that's pretty much it. You can't reason with it. It doesn't talk. It just grows eyeballs on your wall.
Is it like mold? Will it just soak through?
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. You're like, oh, shit. I wonder if anybody's ever tried to put some kills on it.
Right? Do something to that damn wall.
Try that out. And I said I was going to save this one for last. No real reason, just because
Right.
it worked that way.
Because we both had it.
Yeah, the Manto? I don't know how to say it.
Yeah, Manto.
Manto. This one's hilarious, but it's also
Mhm.
terrifying. So this is tied directly to mostly school students, right, that need to go to the bathroom really bad.
Mhm.
And, they always have one stall that they have, don't use that stall. Bad things happen in that stall. But there's no other stall available. And I mean, when you gotta go, you gotta go. You don't have a choice.
Right.
So you go in the stall and, it's, you do your business. And when you go to reach for the toilet paper, dun dun dun, there is none. There's
That's
no
the
toilet
worst
paper.
feeling ever.
Right, that is definitely the worst part of this whole story because it's nasty. It's a nasty go that you just had. There's no toilet paper.
Like when I went pee before the movie this weekend, and I literally got like the last little thing of toilet paper off that roll, and I was like, "Oh my god, I'm gonna have to call John."
Oh no!
But I got enough.
Yeah, you gotta have toilet paper. So of course, in their desperation, they hear a voice that asks, "Do you want red paper or blue paper?" And they're like, I literally don't care. Like, it's toilet paper. That's whatever. So the student will answer, if we're telling it urban legend style, the first student we're talking about in this scenario answers red paper. And so upon answering red paper, all of a sudden the student is violently stabbed and slashed up into pieces, and it sprays blood everywhere. It's a horrifying sight, whatever. So down the line, eventually another student goes and uses the same toilet, and they remember the tale that they had heard about, even though I don't know how they would know about the toilet paper part.
Right. Nobody
because
lived to tell.
Nobody's there to tell. But if you were in this scenario, you know about it because we're telling you about it. So,
Right.
Same situation. They have a nasty go at the bathroom, no toilet paper, horrifying. So they said red paper or blue paper. And, clearly knowing the legend, they answer blue paper, right? That's the right answer, isn't it?
Right.
It has to be. But no, it's not, because this thing, whatever it is, sucks all the blood from the student's body, leaving them dead and blue-faced on the bathroom floor.
Yep.
So you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. I guess shit at home is the answer.
Just don't use the last fucking stall.
Just can't use that stall. That's the only one. I mean, that's...
Obviously, it's reserved for ghosts.
It's the ghosts, right? They're like they kill you because you actually sit on them and then mess all over them, and they're offended. So they kill you for it. I don't know. But whew, got a little talky there at the end. Got a little fast, but there's so many of these.
Oh, did you not? Okay, so
yeah, that was my last one.
Okay, did you read about the version where it's called a Kinade?
No.
So another version of the Akamantu is says there's a Kinade waiting in the next stall. So the Kinade is its own yokai. It is A yokai who lives in toilets and reaches up to strokes people's rear ends.
Oh,
In
no.
this version of the Akamanto, the color that the person chooses determines the color of the arm that reaches up to caress your rear end. I
Oh.
honestly don't if somebody asks me what color do you want to touch your rear end, I'm just going to take that time given and walk away from that toilet. I'm not going to choose red or blue arm.
Do the different hands do different things?
It doesn't say. It just said
Oh,
one
okay.
arm would be red and one arm would be blue.
How would you even know? You're sitting on top of it.
I guess it just wants you to be known that I'm about to grab your rear end and I live in the toilet. Would you prefer red or blue?
I mean, right, if someone's reaching up and touching me while I'm on the toilet, I don't give a fuck what color it is. Like,
Right. If they have the time to ask me that question, I am walking away from that toilet.
I mean, the lesson here, though, is because here's the thing. If you had just went ahead and made friends with the Shirime,
Mhm.
like, he would have been a pal, and he would have gotten you toilet paper from the other stall. This wouldn't have ever happened.
Right.
Like, he would have happily, he's got arms and hands, you know, and then
Mhm.
you would have been, even if you had to grab the paper towel, hey, it's better than the red or the blue paper at this point.
Right.
So, I mean, you know, again, don't run away from him. He's just trying to be a good bud.
Right.
Ah, man,
It all
these are
goes back to Shirime.
it
Like,
all goes back to Shirime, right? He is the MVP of the yokai.
mhm.
There's nothing that I don't like about the guy. Him and the Haradashi. I love the Haradashi.
Yeah.
You know, we could all three just hang out,
Mhm.
show our buttholes to each other, dance with our bellies out.
Right. It'd be great.
It'd be great. It'd be great
We all
fun. I'll
be
draw.
gassy in public together.
Yes. Yeah. So, like I said, I don't know. Did you guys like this? It's different, you know, but it's, you know, it definitely deserves its spot. I mean, I like having the variants and topic because there's just so fucking many. There's so many.
There's so much
Um,
weird shit.
yeah. And we didn't even really, I mean, we didn't talk about like really one offs or, you know, there's different like prophetic beings that people have come across and then they give them a name and now they're a yokai. And, you know, like I said, the religion, we didn't get any of that. I don't think it needs to be said.
Mhm.
You know, I think if that's something you're interested in, definitely go and research it and go check out yokai.com for that research. I mean, again, all my entries came from it. I trust it enough. I don't live in Japan, so I don't really study their creatures as much as I would, you know, somewhere like here. But I do like to read about them.
Yeah, for sure. Like,
You
they're
know,
interesting.
yeah. I
And
mean,
I've been asking you for Japanese toilet monsters for, God, years.
I know. Did you ever thought it'd be you delivering it?
No. I was hoping you'd have me on as a guest, but damn.
Here we are. Yeah. There's tons more. Like I said, they love farting and poop and buttholes and,
Mhm.
you know, they love all that. And you know what? I do too. I like that they embrace it.
Yeah.
You know, we're super
Why not?
ashamed of it. Sometimes it's a shameful thing, but it seems like it is more played up for comedy in a lot of these yokai
Oh, yeah, for sure.
situations. Yeah. So it's kind of like a dark comedy. Because it's
I
like,
love it.
yeah, because I think some of it's like half serious, you know, but not
Mhm.
really, you know. So no, I thought it was a lot of fun. Tell us what you guys think. Come join our Facebook group on Wednesdays. We talk weird. Let's talk about it. There's a discussion thread every week. Did you want more of this? Because there's so much more that we can deliver.
So much.
You know, I don't know. Maybe we'll do one-off readings of just yokai on the Patreon. I don't know.
Oh, we could do that. We'd have
Yeah.
a year's worth of freaking episodes.
I mean, or just even like entries. I mean, I'm more than happy to casually check out that
Oh, yeah,
yokai
we could
website
do
some
that.
more.
Just
Yeah.
random Patreon entries.
Yeah, I mean, just, you know, that way you guys don't have to go out and read because there's so many. You don't have to
Mhm.
go find the weird ones. We'll find them for you. And
Maybe we should just start doing that because there's so many.
there's so many. A lot
I'll
of them,
add some. I'll 100% add some.
yeah, a lot of them I'm familiar with because of my video games that I like to play. You know, a lot of them are featured in those, and so, you know, I get into like, well, what is this thing? Where does it come from? Its design's really cool. What is it? And then I've, you know, read
Mhm.
about it over the years or what have you. I mean, like I said, it's something that I'm just generally interested in on my own. So yeah, I'd be happy to contribute that as well.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Again, let us know what you guys think. You have any closing remarks?
Okay, so we did Facebook, we did Patreon, we have Instagram. I don't know if Instagram's a thing anymore.
Yeah, we do have Instagram. It is
I
live.
kind of use it.
Do you?
Yeah, I'm more comfortable with Instagram than I am Facebook because it took me a long, long time to get a Facebook. So I'm like only 2 years into Facebook.
Oh, okay.
So I'm a lot more comfortable with using the Instagram format, but I understand that it's dying if it's not dead already.
It's hard to build. Yeah.
And
But,
somebody, anybody, everybody, we know you're weird. Give us your stories.
Yeah.
Please.
Tell
What's the
us
email
your-
again? Go ahead.
SubmitWeird@gmail.com. Tell us your favorite yokai.
Yeah.
Maybe it's something that wasn't on this list. Share it with us. We'll
And,
talk about it.
When you submit your weird stories and we do an episode about listener tales and stuff, you're going to get our weird stories too in there. So if you want to hear mine, you got to give me yours.
Symbiotic relationship here.
I got some weird paranormal stories. Like, my shit's weird.
Well, exactly. And you guys know how it is. We get to talking and then we just off-road, and it's not like you wouldn't have any substance to it besides your own story. There's definitely plenty to share, and we want to hear about it. Like Cassie said, we know you're weird. We know you're listening. There's a lot of you. Communicate with us. Talk with us.
For as many of you that we know there actually are, talk to us.
Talk to us. Be our friend. We want to be your friend. We want to know you.
All these people I say hello to that enter the Facebook group every week, I say something.
We want to show you our eye butthole.
I say hi to you, say hi back.
Not rude. Don't be a rude ass. But yeah, no, share your stories with us. Join the Patreon, and join the Facebook group. Again, that's free. You don't even have to pay anything to come talk to us over there.
Right. I've got a good 7 chapters done in our Patreon for every week that I release a book chapter.
Good.
So I'm on chapter 7 now.
Yeah. Perfect. Okay. Well,
we're
patreon.com/Wednesdays Talk, right? Where there's cool extra stuff over there. Come on. And everything else historically. I mean, my gosh, there's content on there that dates back to, there's shit from when Pat O was there. Weird World is still on there. You can go listen to it if you want to.
If you want the raunchy shit, you go to the Pat O episodes.
Yeah, there's the whole episode about him filming that gay porn.
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty cool. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff on there. Just check it out. And share with us. You guys have to listen to this every week. We just have to talk about it every week. We'll talk about whatever you want to.
Right.
Just tell us. So anyway, all right, we'll stop begging now. Hold on, let me get up off my knees. Let me dust them off real quick.
I know, getting old. It's gonna take a minute.
I know, right? All right, guys. With that being said, we'll see you back here next Wednesday.